Welcome. There's been a lot of heat in pop culture headlines lately, and here to keep us in the loop is Adri V, the go-getter. Welcome, Adri. Thanks for joining me.
I just gotta say Happy New Year, because it's been a long year.
Has it been? I think January 2025 has come in with a vengeance.
It's been a long 31 days.
It has, and I'm over it. I'm ready to move on.
Well, I'm here to move us along when it comes to these Hollywood headlines.
That's right.
And talk about all the great things and interesting things that are happening in Hollywood.
Okay, well, since we're coming in hot, let's talk about a knockout.
Yes.
Mike Tyson speaking out about the fight that he had with Jake Paul.
Listen.
And he doesn't remember.
He doesn't remember at all. Now, of course, we all know about the fight, Iron Mike Tyson fighting the social media star turned boxer Jake Paul. And we finally got a chance to hear from the champ himself. And he said he's feeling good, but he's not quite at 100% after suffering memory loss from the fight.
Of course, listen, Mike, you are a legend. We have so much respect for you.
He didn't have to do this fight.
You did not need to do that fight.
At all. This is for Jake more than for Mike.
Yes. And I will say this, because I have seen Jake on social media, so I had my own ideas of who he was, and I was really apprehensive about this fight. I will say I want to give him the credit because he handled that fight really well. He was clearly holding back.
He was.
He gave a lot of respect. He bowed to Mike at the end, and that gave, I will give him credit for that.
I'll give him credit for that. However, I'm not a fan. Just because I guess I'm a person who honor craft and people who really takes a certain route, but he did handle that fight well. And again, all Mike remembered was the bow.
And I'm gonna give it to him.
And I
know he bowed at me.
He did.
I don't know what else happened.
And I don't remember what else happened. However, I just think Mike, don't fight no more.
No, no more. That's enough. You're
no
done.
more fights.
You don't need to. You really don't.
Yeah, and speaking of fights, you know, this next woman in one of my favorite movies, she said, all my life
I had to fight. Oh my goodness. We are shouting happy birthday to Miss Oprah.
Happy birthday to our mentor in our head.
Yes, she is. She's my aunt.
Yes, she is our auntie, right? The legend, this icon, has turned 71 years young.
And looking fabulous.
Looking fabulous. She's one of the most influential women in the world. And she really, want to know how she celebrated her birthday?
Yeah.
Reading a good book.
Of course, of course. And I will still listen to any book Oprah recommends.
Any book she recommends, I'm going to read because she said so. Now, you want to know who else, you know, if she said so because she's a bad girl, I'm going to dive into
Talking about a bad girl standing by her bad boy.
Hello, because most bad girls like bad boys. We're talking about Rihanna. Now, we haven't seen her a lot out, but most recently she was spotted in court supporting her man because she's going to stick beside him.
My man.
Yes, that's it. A$AP Rocky, the rapper, now is facing allegations from his former friend A$AP Rocky, who claims Rocky shot at him in 2021 over an argument involving funeral costs. That's why we gotta have life insurance.
Crazy.
It's very interesting.
Wait, didn't they offer him a plea or
they
something?
offered him this plea deal, and he said absolutely not.
I hope he knows what he's doing.
Listen, I hope he do too, because it's really getting interesting. The entire court case is getting messy, but one thing that didn't look a mess was Rihanna, okay?
That's right.
She showed up dressed to impress in all black.
Stick beside him.
Yes, rolling deep with her security.
And I'm gonna stick beside him.
Whizzled out the door and came on in, and that is what she's doing. So I enjoyed her.
Speaking of heating up, the Miami Heat is saying bye, bye, bye to Jimmy Butler.
Mr. Jimmy Butler, a.k.a. Buckets. Apparently, we all know that he's been suspended. But now it looks like he's been suspended indefinitely. Yep.
Wait, this look kills me. That emo look
you see that? He always switching up his hair. Is always switching up the hair. But ESPN has reported that Butler was set to return to the court after serving 2-game suspensions for missing a team flight. But when he heard that he was going to come off the bench, he said, I'm not doing that, and walked out of practice.
Yeah.
Walked out of practice. And let's not forget, he's already missed 9 Miami games of the last 12.
Okay.
So, so now the Miami Heat is looking to figure out how they're going to trade him before the trade deadline of February 6th.
They said we are not putting up with your bad behavior anymore. They've done it, but You've done it for years, but okay, you said they're over it.
Yeah, they're completely over it. So I just wonder who's going to pick him up because he is Jimmy Buckets.
Yes,
he gets the buckets. He really does.
Maybe he'll go to the Knicks. Maybe he'll be a New York team.
Maybe Lakers. Who knows?
Maybe the Lakers. Who knows? Okay. All right. Now Miss Madonna, you know, she speaks her mind
each and every time, and she does not hold back. Now she's making headlines this time for speaking against the latest changes in the Trump administration. Now Madonna is no stranger to this controversy, and you know what she had to say?
What did she say?
She said, "It's so sad to watch our new government slowly dismantling all the freedoms we have been fighting for and won over the years. Don't give up the fight." And that is what she took to her Twitter fingers, well, AKA X, and decided to share that. And I think she's going to be sharing more throughout this time. We got 4 years.
Okay.
We got 4 years.
Okay, she's going to be on Twitter.
She's going to be sharing her mind.
Okay, so Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
I've got a bone to pick because
What's the bone?
I just want to see her do what she does and show girls can play just as hard as boys.
Girls are players too, and honestly, we could probably play better. Not even probably. We can. We have shown it. Well, fans definitely thought they were about to get the highly anticipated showdown between Steph Curry and the WNBA star Caitlin Clark, but it won't be happening. Because according to the Sports Business Journal, Caitlin has declined to participate in the All-Star Weekend shootout, even though the NBA had big plans to expand upon last year's Steph versus Sabrina, and it was going to be Steph versus Caitlin. But Caitlin is actually in the mood of shutting stuff down, you know.
She said, I don't want to, and I really don't have to. And you know what? I respect that.
I respect that, but I don't respect when you turn down money. Because, you know, Ice Cube came to her with the big three. She said no.
I don't need the money.
I don't need that money.
I need to rest. And I respect it, okay?
I'll take that, but give me my money.
Okay, run our checks. All right. Adri V, thank you so much for coming and getting us up to date on Hollywood headlines. Viewers, you can keep up with trending topics with Adri V by visiting her website or connecting with her on social media at Adri V, the Go-Getter. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.